Okay, hi there. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this review of the Gurushots app slash game slash social media website, whatever. It's hard to put a definition on it, but it's basically an app that you can share photographs on and enter competitions to win virtual prizes. But it's a great way of budding photographers or people into photography to share their photos and have a bit of fun, have a bit of crack on the way. There's so yeah, I'm just gonna dig into it here a bit and explain how it works and give you guys a few tips on it. All right. Okay, hi. So what you can see here on the left of your screen is the interface that you'll see when you log on to the Gurushots.com website. When you sign up and set up an account, you'll land on this page here. So I'm looking at it obviously on the laptop. There's an app, a phone-based app, which is very, very slick, works really well. Looks slightly different and operates slightly different to what you see here. One of the reasons why I'm making the videos, there's only a couple of videos online and they're all pretty negative on the game, pointing out the flaws and how hard it is to become a guru, and what they don't like about the game, etc., etc. They make a lot of valid points in it, but I think there's a lot to enjoy with the game, and I might be able to offer you some tips on how I played it and how I got to the guru status. Up top of the screen, you've got your challenges sections, your battles section. That doesn't seem to work right. I'm not sure what the battles feature is. As you can see, it's beta. But it doesn't, and I don't use it. You can review your photos, teams for entering teams, leagues, articles, etc., etc. You've got a little icon here showing you notifications and upload for uploading photos. So we have a bar here showing where I am in my journey, and I'm at Guru 1. I'll go into that in a little bit more detail in a second. Again, manage your challenges. This is an option you can only see when you become a guru. I'll go into that in a second. Underneath that, we have your swaps, your fills, your keys. So these are items like a lot of these apps, a lot of these games that you can buy, you purchase in game, and they give you little perks. So you can also win them. So the aim will be to win most of them and not to be buying them, in my opinion. So I'll explain how they work in 2 seconds. Then we have an ad here for an exhibition. A lot of exhibitions in the game. You can enter competitions, and you have to pay a fee, and you win a chance to be exhibited in an exhibition around the world. So again, I'll cover that in a second. But the main guts of this is entering challenges. So as you can see at the moment, I'm currently not in any challenges. So we'll go and we'll fix that by entering a challenge. So we go into challenge, click on the challenge feature here in the top left, and we go to open. So underneath exhibitions, you hit open, and now it'll show you all the different challenges that are on the go at the moment. So I have this filtered by the newest challenges are shown up top, and as you go down the bottom, you've got older challenges that might have been opened. This one could have been open a week. So the exhibition, you'll find these little banners here with the you'll see the exhibition there. It's got like a banner on the top right of it with a camera on it that indicates it's an exhibition. So these are kind of pay to play. You need, first of all, because this has been going so long, I'll need to unlock it using a key, which I'm not going to bother doing. And then you'll enter this competition. You can enter a competition for free, but if you want a chance to be exhibited to, if you're the top winner, you can get exhibited. It could be, I don't know, it could be €7, $10, and it could be more. It could be €15 or $20. So, at the end of it, is it worth it? Well, we'll go into that in a while. So we've got a challenge here. So let's have a quick look at 6-hour challenge. I'll enter that. Hit join. Hit continue. Now it'll ask you whether you want to upload a new photo from your computer or select one from your profile. I'm going to select one from my profile. So 6-hour challenge is a generic challenge. You can enter any photo you like. I'm going to just pick 2 random photos here that I haven't had a Guru's pick yet. I'll maybe get a chance of getting a Guru's pick. So I'll pick this one here, and I will pick, let me see, I like this one, black and white one at the tree. So I'll pick that one. It's a 2 photo challenge. You can only enter 2 photos in this challenge. Some photos you can enter 4. Most of them is 4. Some are 2. And then again, some are only 1. So you hit submit. And now, as this game hasn't, I can't vote yet for this one. So it's probably a bad example to use. But we'll open it. When you vote, you'll click on that. It's telling me I have 9 minutes left to vote. So I'll pick a challenge that I can vote in. So again, we'll go back to open. I'll do this quite quickly. So I'm looking for an older challenge. I'll go with warm colors. Now, you click on warm colors here. It gives you, if you have photos with dominant shades red, orange, yellow, now's the time to share them. So again, it's fairly generic. You can take a chance. Anything with a warm color in it might do well. So I'm going to again select. This time it's 4 photos. 4 photos with warm colors. So that one there is got it'll. As you see, it suggests photos here from whatever you've uploaded. So I'm going to go with some of these. I'm going to go with these 4 photos here. I'm going to hit submit. Now, this is the guts of the game. You're voting. The whole idea is they want you to use the game as much as possible, and how they do that is by making you vote. And it can be very time consuming. If you've got 6, 7, 8 challenges on the go and you have to vote in each of these challenges, it's not just vote once. The challenge, if it's a 24-hour challenge, I mean, you vote, and after 15, 20 minutes, your bar, your meter, which fills up when you fully vote, starts to drop. And as a result, your photos won't get pushed as much onto the website. So other people who are voting on the photos won't see your photo. So if you want to increase your chances of getting lots of votes on your photo, you need to keep voting on other people's photos. So this is how the game really works, and that's ultimately what you're going to be doing, is voting on photos all the time. Now, in an ideal world, you're going to be voting on photos, and I'd like to vote on photos that I actually like, but the game's not built like that. And remember, this is a game. It's not like Instagram. It's not like Flickr or anything where people are really critiquing photos and saying, ooh, that's amazing, and here's what I like and here's what I don't like. Nah, it doesn't happen. It's people, are going to do what I'm going to do here now. They're going to look at this page and try and vote as quickly as possible on it. And this is what I do. I just really spam through it and I go vote, vote, vote. And as you know, I'm missing one every now and again. Because if I was to vote for them all in a row, I'll get a little warning saying, we don't think you're voting correctly. No, vote correctly. So it's quite simple to get around with it. You just do it like this. You just leave one out. Now, it's not the correct way to be doing this, but it's the only way of doing it if you want to actually play the game. So I'm just going to keep spamming here. Like, if I see something that's absolutely terrible, I won't vote for it. But if I have this on the phone as well, I'll be doing the same. I'm just going to spam through it and vote on the photos. So I'm trying to get this little meter here all the way up to high. So we're nearly there. Bish bash bosh. And we're done. We're at high. So I'm going to hit submit, vote. And now you'll see I've already it's gone active. People are starting to vote on my photos as well. And I'm at this popular level here. Now, there's a bunch of levels you have to go through, and I will quickly show you them. And as the votes kick in, as more and more people vote, your number of votes will increase here, and you'll get more GS points, and you'll get your little award here. Will get better and better with time. So we go into this section here. You can have a quick look at my achievements. So this will show you all your photos. I currently have 189 photos uploaded. I notice a lot of people have well over 1,000 photos more. Some people have 2,000 photos uploaded, and my opinion, I think it's crazy. Unless you've got 1,000 absolute bangers, which maybe a few people do. But if you're again, I'm just trying to give you some tips in here on how to maybe get Guru. Would be try, if that's what you want, is to try and get your best photos up. By best photos, I mean like a photo that's well composed, definitely a photo that's high quality, something that's shot on a really really low quality camera phone, or been cropped in and it just looks terrible when you click on it. It's not good. Again, I noticed from this game as well, a 3x2 format seems to work well. People seem it gets more votes than if you stick a portrait shot in here. I've noticed I've stuck in a couple of portrait shots over the last 6 months, and they do terrible. And maybe it's the photo, but I think there's one or two good photos, and then they should certainly do better than they do. And there's a definite bias against portrait, and I think it's maybe how the software works, and how when you're voting, how the photos are presented. So it's a strange thing, but yeah. So if you want to increase your chance of being a guru, I mean, I'd be just putting in 3x2 photos. Even panels don't do so well. Um, so again, like I said, this is my list of achievements here. You'll have your points here, 900,000 points. On so some people I see it around tens of millions of points. So I've been playing about 6 months and I've gotten to about here. They don't really count for anything about other than you need a certain amount of points to become a guru. Achievement. So guru's pick. So every time you enter a competition, the person who's running the competition, who's another guru, they will pick 100 of their photos. They'll say they're my 100 favorite photos, and they will click on them, and you'll get a guru pick. Now, for me, getting guru picks on the photos is kind of what I want. It's generally another photographer. It's generally somebody who's pretty good at photography, who knows a good photo, who'll give you a guru pick. So it might necessarily be the greatest photo in the world, but it might just be a really applicable photo to whatever the category was. So, but even in saying that, it still needs to be a pretty good photo. The gurus who doing the gurus picks, who run the competitions, the game allows gurus to have a go at running a competition. So the game will make a category and then it'll stick it out there, and gurus can throw up their photo, one of their photos they think might be a screenshot for the cover shot for that competition, and if it's selected by the app, they get a chance to pick the guru picks for that particular competition. And like I said, they pick 100. I've done it myself twice. If I'm running a competition and picking guru picks, I'll actually spend a lot of time looking at thousands of photos. I wouldn't vote on it the same way as I just did there. I would actually go through each of the photos and pick my 100 favorite. And then out of those 100 favorites, at the end of the competition, the guru picks their favorite. And that's called a guru's top pick. And ultimately, that's required that's one of the three ways of becoming a guru, is if you get a guru's top pick. The other two being if you get a top photo, your best photo in the competition, or you're the best photographer in the competition. And the difference being, best photo is self-explanatory. It gets the most votes. Whoever's top of the pile is top photo, and top photographer is the person who has between their two. If there's a 2 photo competition, or if it's a 4 photo competition, if it's a 4 photo competition, it's the person with adding all the number of votes over their 4 photos added up is the top. So again, you will generally find that their top photo is, pretty good, and their other 3 must be very strong as well. So we can have a look at examples of that here. If I go into my challenges and I go into completed challenges, and we go down here, and I'm just going to pick a random completed challenge. So maybe reflections in water here. So if I click onto that, I can have a look at the winners of this. This is a competition that finished maybe a week ago, and so here we go. If top photographer here has this, again, the team's reflections. So that's great photo there of a house with reflections, and as you can see, they've got 3 other photos there that are they're good, but this is where the game might fall apart. There mightn't be necessarily ones I would pick. Top photo again, and then you've got Guru's top pick, which I think personally is, I prefer over the actual top photo winner. So this is where people begin to hate on the game. When it comes to winning, like I've gotten two Gurus top picks, and I'm delighted with them. I mean, I'm really, when I got the first one, um, you needed that top pick to unlock the Guru feature. So, it was great. That's what ultimately I was striving for, and getting it that way, I think, is your best chance. Like, I'm going to go over. If I have a look here on the screen, I'm just going to show you something. So, if you see on the screen on the left hand side there, I'm showing you what you will see when you actually log into the game. When you start off, you'll start off as a newbie. By entering competitions, by continuously voting, you will get Gurshot points, and you will get the awards like All Stars and various other awards, and even hopefully Gurus picks. But you will progress from newbie to rookie to challenger, and I think you can get all the way up from to advanced without getting a Gurus pick even. After that, they'll say, right, you need to get at least one Gurus pick, and hopefully you'll get one. And then you move on up. And what happens is, after about 3 or 4 weeks, I was at the master level, and you cannot get past the master level without winning a challenge. And the only way of winning a challenge is, like I said, getting the top photo, top photographer, or a Gurus pick. So for me, it was the Gurus pick route, and that's the aim of the game. It's a game. That's ultimately what you're playing for. So once I got that, I was made up. I was delighted. If to get a win, like I've been playing it for 6 months now, to get a top photo, it's extremely frustrating. Like I have one top 10, but I mean, I don't know, probably was in the top 20 5, 6 times. Okay, so we'll go back and I'll quickly show you. I kind of skipped over the swaps, the fills, and the keys. So these are an important component if you're trying to progress in a challenge. So we'll gone back here now to the screen where my 2 challenges that I selected earlier are on active. Now, as you can see, the 6-hour challenge is now active, so I can vote for that. So I'm going to quickly vote for that. Like I said, the 6-hour challenges, there's a 6-hour, there's a 3-hour, there's a 10-hour challenges. They pop up like once a week. Generally, the quality of photos are good in these. They're difficult to win, like every challenge. But I'm just going to quickly vote for this, and I want to show you how the boost function works. So there we go. We're at the end there. We've hit submit vote. Hit continue vote. Oh, whoops. Generally hit done voting. Okay, so we can see my exposure meter is full. This is on a 6-hour challenge. Every challenge, you'll get the option of a free boost throughout the challenge. Normally on a 24-hour challenge, it comes active some 3 hours, between 3 hours and 6, 7, 8 hours after the challenge starts. So the boost allows you to increase the exposure of your photos. So you need to use a boost in every competition if you want any chance to finish, say, top 100. And you also would probably need a boost to increase your exposure to get a Gurus pick. So if you don't use the boost in a challenge, you definitely won't win the challenge. You definitely won't get top 100 even. So you need to use it. So like I said, you get an option of a free one. So I'll hit boost here. I'm going to use it on. I'm just going to go with the black and white there because it's got the most votes so far. And then we're done. Swaps. So swaps are available. Again, idea of a swap is you can change your lowest performing photo. So this particular challenge here, warm colors, this photo is at 137 votes, is the lowest performing. But it's way too early to use a swap. There's 18 hours left in it. I wouldn't use a swap on a photo until maybe the final 2 hours, even hour of a competition. I would say 75% of the time you use a swap, you'll get more votes. Even if you were to swap in what you think is a worse photo, you'll get more votes. So I think the idea being the developers want you to use swaps because you can buy them. So they'll say, oh, use these swaps, you'll get more votes. And generally, like I said, 75% of the time you do. Sometimes randomly you don't, but majority of the time you do. Again, I found I used swaps a lot at the start of the game. Now, I would be trying to get top 100 anyway, and if I feel it'll get me into top 100, I'll use it. If I'm way off and I think I'm only going to get another 102 votes, I mightn't use it. One of the frustrations of the game is When it gets to the last hour of an active competition, and even the last half an hour, you could have a photo that's in the top 100, you could have a photo that's in the top 10 in the last half an hour, and you will sit there. It doesn't matter how much you vote, that photo will start drifting down and down and down, and sometimes it's going to be a struggle even to keep it in the top 100. So this is this is again part of the game, and I think what's happening is you get a lot of people are coming in, are voting late, or swapping late, and are using boosts late, and they're, as a result, they're moving their photos up past yours. So I've no method of beating that yet. All I can say is that's what happens. I see some people have strategies. They seem to, when they're starting a challenge, they might only upload one photo on a 4 photo challenge, and they might leave that one photo on for half the challenge. I suppose idea being it'll get most votes possible, and then they'll bring in another photo for another few hours, and then finally, maybe the last couple of hours, they bring in all 4 photos. I haven't seen that. I don't know if that works. I'm on a team here, and I see my teammates do it, and I don't see them getting like wins from it. It maybe it is worth a try for a win, but I definitely don't advise you doing it if what you're trying to do is get a Guru's top pick. For me, again, going back to Guru's top pick, that's your best way, I believe, of getting to Guru status. And in order to get Guru's top pick, you need the Guru to see your photos and to give it a pick, and then you're going to, fingers crossed, that Guru is going to, at the end of the competition, pick you for the top pick. So for me, you should have, if it's a 4 photo challenge, you should have all 4 photos there from the start. You're for your best, and vote as often as possible to keep the exposure up on all 4 photos. And ultimately, that's giving the Guru a much better chance of seeing your 4 photos and picking one of them for a pick. And that he might the Guru's not going to go for the one that has the most votes necessarily. He's going to go for whichever photo he likes. When you're Guru and you're picking picks from a competition, you cannot see how many votes that photo's got. You're just presented a screen with about 100 photos, exactly the same as you would see when you're doing a normal voting, and you're just clicking on photos you like, and each one of those ones that you click on gets a Guru's pick. So you, as a Guru, cannot see how well a photo's performing until after the competition closes. So really, by putting all your photos in there from the start, you're giving the Guru the best chance of giving you a Guru's pick. And then, like I said, once you have a Guru's pick, there's a 1 in 100 chance that he's going to, or she is going to go and pick you for the top pick. And you'll find that when the Gurus are when you're running a challenge, and as a Guru you've picked 100 photos for your picks, you can go, after you've picked your 100 photos, you can actually go into the competition, have a look at those picks, and you will see who the photographer is behind the picks, and you can see if they're a Guru or not. And like you'll find probably 80 to 90% of the Guru's picks are from other Gurus, and that would kind of make sense considering they're going to be putting in kind of high quality photos. So as a Guru, when I was doing Guru picks, and I think a lot of Gurus do that, I'm reluctant to pick another Guru for the top pick because they've already got to the Guru status. I'm looking to give somebody who's at a master level, for instance, the opportunity to get Guru. So I will go through the 100 picks and I'll look for my favorite from the masters, or maybe below, but generally the masters, because there can be people stuck at master level for years. I see people who have amazing photographers and absolutely amazing photos, far better than what I have, and for whatever reason they haven't had a Guru's pick or a top photo. So if I have the opportunity to select their photo as a top pick and give them the Guru status, I'll definitely do it. So that's, and I believe most Gurus who are doing a top pick, that's the way they're thinking. Well, a lot of them anyway, I'm sure. And so then, like I said, then that's your best chance. So going back, so boost, as I said, boost your photo. I'm not going to use it here. It's currently locked. I could unlock that by using my key, one of my 23 keys. If I wanted to boost now, I could use one of my 23 keys, unlock that boost feature, and I could boost whichever one of those 4 photos I want now. But there's no reason for me to do that. I might as well wait to get the free one. but sometimes the free ones become available while you're asleep, and when you log on the next morning, they only stay free for maybe 2-3 hours, and you've no choice but to unlock it if you want to try and perform well in that competition. Like I said, same with the swap. Swap, you don't get an option to do a free swap, but you don't need to use a swap on every competition. Like I said, if you're in a competition, one photo's doing really, really badly, you'd swap it out. And fill, then you've got the swaps. Your fill is quite simple. All a fill is, it's a quick way of voting. If you don't want to, if I go into vote here and my meter down here is low, and I don't want to go through the hassle of selecting all these photos, I could just go in here and hit fill, and it will fill the vote there. So there's, beside the vote button, you have a little what is it, thunderbolt or lightning bolt. I can click that and I can use that to fill my meter. Again, it's great when you have them. It'd be lovely to just be able, if I could do that all the time, that's all I do. But I've only 11 fills left, so to me the fill is probably the best little item you could buy, but I certainly wouldn't pay for them. Again, you can win fills, swaps, and keys by simply completing a photo challenge. You don't have to win the photo challenge. Certain times when you get completed, if you get an all-star level or if you get certain levels, they'll provide you with little rewards, and it could be a free boost or a free fill, and a free swap. So that's one way of getting those items. But you will find you'll probably run out of fills and swaps and keys somewhere along the line, and just have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'll quickly go into teams. I'm in a team. It's actually, I didn't join a team till about 3 or 4 months into the game, and I must say being in a team is good crack. So you go into teams here, and you can see there's currently a competition on there now, and I'm not in it because I've only just joined a couple of challenges. But if I was in the no rules challenge here, I would be in this competition, and we're currently fighting. We're winning here. We've 4 hours left, but we'll find in teams what happens is in the last half an hour all the action happens, and you could find this other team will suddenly start increasing their votes because they'll log on and they'll be swapping and they'll be boosting, and hopefully our team would do the same. So the advantages of being in a team is, like I said, you get to meet people here. You get to you can see what other photographers are doing, but you can also win boosts, swaps, and fills by after maybe after a couple of weeks, you can go in and see how you are doing in the league, and there's crates available that you can win, and you can unlock the crates, and there can be fills and various little things in them. So that's the teams. Definitely recommend the teams. And I'm just going to quickly scan through. Is there anything else? So here we are now in the in my achievements section. So we'll have a quick look here again. I'll just to show the rankings. So these are the sort of things, other than ultimate exposures, which are top photos and Guru's top picks and Guru's picks. The next most sought after wins that you get from completing challenges will be like top 10 finishes, top 100 finishes, that sort of thing. So you would be trying to, I'm personally trying to get as many top 100s and photographers and photo finish. Again, if your photos in the top 100, you get top 100 photo. If it's all 4 of your photos, you're top 100 photographers. So you will need these for, again, progressing to Guru. You need to get a certain amount of top 100 finishes. And then you get levels. You would hope that, I would hope that most of my photos will be getting to the all-star level. But if you enter a competition and you forget to vote, or you have to go off and you don't vote for a day or two, you'll come back and you might have only got elite level, and so you can see down here I have entered one digital exhibition, and that was earlier on when I started playing, purely out of curiosity to see what it was all about. And in my opinion, I think it's an absolute waste of time. This photo here, which has had, 3 Gurus picks, I entered it along with 3 others. I believe the exhibition said top 1,000 photos would be exhibited in, I think it was Canada. And it's in a different city every time in some photography gallery, and it was top 1,000 will be digitally exhibited, which means they have a big screen in the gallery and they flash your photos up in it for, I assume, a couple of seconds. Top 10 or top 100, I think it was top 10 photos in each category would get actually printed and hung on the wall, which I think it would be a great price to win, to get it printed and put on the wall. But this competition, I believe, was about $14 to enter, and I entered 4 photos, and at the end of it, all 4 were in the top 1,000 photos. Sorry, a day or two after the competition ended, you get rewarded, your digital exhibition. So one of them was digitally exhibited, but the other 3 weren't, which I don't understand, because if they're all 4 photos were in the top 1,000, I would have thought they would have all got this tag. So for me, €20 or $20, whatever it was, to get this little icon here, digital exhibition on my photo, is a complete waste of money. I don't believe my photo flashing up on a monitor somewhere in Canada or China or London or wherever the exhibition is going to be is really any sort of exposure. Maybe if it was hung on the wall, yeah, sure, maybe, but I'd even question that. And certainly from going on to some people's accounts, and you can look at other people's photos on their accounts, and you can scan through and you will see they might have 50 or 60 photos that they've had digitally exhibited, and they've paid a lot of money to do that. And look, that's how one of the ways the apps makes money, and yeah, they have to, and that's fair enough. But just from my point of view, I don't see the benefit in it. One of the things I must say is that once you hit guru status, you're presented with this progression bar for becoming Guru 7. So I would have had assumed that if you wanted to be Guru 1, you would have had to win another competition. And if you wanted to be Guru 2, you would have had to win 3 competitions, and so on and so forth. But that's not the case. You can progress all the way to Guru 7 here on simply by winning, one Guru top pick or one photo win or photographer win. And the other requirement is that you just have 14 million Guru points, which is probably about 10 years play if I was to continue going at this rate. So I think I don't see the point now. I mean, I would have thought it would be a better, target for people to aim to try and get another win. So to get Guru 1, for instance, I would have had to get another Guru's top pick or top photo win or so on and so forth. But that's not the requirement. The simple requirement to get, to unlock Guru 1, which I had, was to hit the 750,000 points mark and, 300 All-Stars and so on and so forth. So it kind of takes the, once I hit Guru, it's kind of taking the challenge out of it, like in that, I could just keep playing and doing nothing, and eventually I'll get to Guru 7. So I don't know. I think they should maybe shake it up there and change that, but that's only my opinion. Down here, you have to manage your challenge. This feature again is what you see when you're a Guru. It's currently closed to me because I ran a challenge about a month or 2 ago, so there's like a 3-month cool off period after that to give other people a chance. But you can see the 2 challenges that I ran. So because I'm happy in fruits and veg, and again, I simply clicked into the challenge manager, and I got a notification to say these 2 challenges were available. And they asked you to submit a photo, so I submitted those photos, and a few hours later you get selected. It's pure random when the challenges come available. Most time you click in, there's nothing to see there, and the odd time you'll see a challenge available, and by the time you go to upload a photo, it's gone. So it's really a case of getting your photo in as quick as possible. And I suppose if it's a suitable photo, they'll go, yeah, you can run the challenge. And then, like I said, it's good fun. I enjoyed running the challenge, and you get to look at hopefully make someone else a Guru. So I went with this fantastic pick here for the latest challenge because I'm happy. And yeah, so that's another aspect of the game I enjoyed. Okay, there we have it. I think I've covered enough. The video's gone on way longer than I'd hoped, but I think I've given some good tips there on how to get to the Guru status. And then, like I said, target the Guru's top pick when it comes to top photo and top photographers. Well, if anyone's got any ideas on how to do that, definitely throw it in the comments there, because I'm as curious as anyone else to know how. There are maybe a few more little features there that I skipped over, but nothing too important and nothing that you wouldn't figure out yourselves. Look, overall, I enjoyed the game. I think it has some benefits. I suppose using Instagram all the time, I'm putting photos up in this and I'm getting like positive feedback. I can see how well a photo actually performs against others. So, it's as a photographer, it's given me some more confidence in, my abilities to see them photos do well. And also from entering all the different competitions, I can see other photographers' styles and what they're doing and give myself some ideas. So I really think that's a big benefit of the game. And ultimately, like I said, well, if you do hit the coveted guru status, you'll get a great thrill out of it, and really made my week. So yeah, it's great. It was great fun. So look, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't put them out too often. Like, it's been 3 years, so probably have another 7 or 8 videos left in me before I snuff it at this rate. So subscribe, and I won't be bothering you too much. But look, hopefully I'll try to get a video out again much quicker. Okay, thanks a million. Bye bye.